Dear boomers, be the change you want to see in the world. That is a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. And here he is. I am having a hard time with the results of this election, mainly because I worry about the women who are no longer safe in the hands of most men. Most men. There is a movement afoot where women are leaving their Trump voting husbands, and there is more of that going on than I'd like to think. And it's all being documented online. In particular, Midas Touch Network is outlining what this is all about. But we have to be the change we want to see in the world. That's our only choice right now. It's all about individual empowerment and responsibility. So we have a lot of global issues that will not be happening in a way if we have a hold on on an outcome we wish to experience. That is probably going to bite us in the where. We can't believe in any outcome anymore. We have to stay rooted in our own spiritual center. And we have social inequality, which is going to get worse. The environmental crisis is going to get worse and worse and worse. In fact, in many places in the world, and even in this country, we live in places that is uninhabitable. And the political divides are going to widen, and there's no doubt about that. So, change starts within, and it ripples outwardly. What is the ramification of personal responsibility? So we cannot control the whole world, but each individual has the power to influence their own actions, thoughts, and attitudes. Small actions make a great difference and a big difference. We can see how, we can do things that are a good influence on other people. We can start a recycling program. We can inspire others to join this recycling program, and we can choose kindness and hope that influences others. But the most important thing, when you choose kindness, it helps your heart. And this is where we have to be at this moment. What is inner transformation? We have to align our actions with our values. We have to maybe redefine what our personal values are and align them daily with the actions that we take. Aligning our values with our actions is the next step we can take, and this helps build integrity and authenticity. And we have to be self-aware. As I said yesterday, I am taking a Joe Dispenza course, and he says that every time our mind strays away from a balanced, heartful response, when we get triggered, when we become very upset, we have to bring ourselves back to the present moment and into the wonderful, heartful home within our heart. Our heart is our home, and we synchronize our heart with our whole body, and we heal. And healing is really at the heart of all of this. We have to understand, I have to understand my own habits, my biases, and my emotions. And I admit that I'm seeing too many things within myself I'm not happy about. And I do believe that self-awareness allows me to consciously choose how I respond to the world. But the world may be a mirage, really. What is the real thing is our inner life and the way we respond inwardly to who we are as a human being. Emotional mastery practices as meditation is. I have to do more meditation, and I have to be more mindful. And we can do that because it helps to dissipate judgment of other people. But I'm not particularly interested in other people right now. We can help others respond to situations from a place of calm and clarity rather than reaction. And as boomers, we have to be an example to our younger people and realize that when they are with us, they are in a safe haven. So we have to get out of this victim mentality and go into an empowered mindset. There's a lot of blame going on right now. So we have to get rid of the blame game. And it's so easy to blame these external circumstances or people for issues in the world. And everybody is fallible, you know. We are humans and we are fallible. When we focus on what we can change within ourselves, we move from feeling like victims to feeling empowered. And how do we build an empowered mindset? So I believe meditation is at the heart of it. How can I be an example in the world that I want to change? How can I be the change within myself that I want to see in the world? But mostly, it's more important to be the change, my inward change, so that I can live with myself. I don't get sick. You know, all this blame and finger pointing and hate causes illness. So there's small actions that we can take to reflect a larger goal, such as showing empathy, acting sustainably, or practicing non-judgment. And there's a ripple effect of positive change because we can inspire other people. The ripple effect. When I go out into the world and I bless the people I meet, not knowing or caring what political affiliation they are, we have a heart-to-heart communication. We have so many people walking their dogs out here, and my dogs have created relationships with all of our neighbors, and all of my neighbors are Republicans. But I did notice that one of the main Republicans on my street did not put a Trump sign out this year. Fascinating. So when we embody positive qualities, it often influences those people around us. We can talk about how kindness and compassion and integrity can help others reflect similar qualities. There are people in our histories like Martin Luther King, Greta Thunberg, and John Lewis, and the Civil Rights Movement, and Malcolm X, and all the wonderful people of the 60s who did what they did and having no regard for what other people thought. So we don't have to care what other people think when we do what we do. Somebody who watches my videos doesn't like my Kamala bracelet, and I'm triggering her every time I show it to her. So get over it. This is Kamala, and I love her. So how can we be the change? We can identify personal goals for change. We can guide viewers on how to set specific goals for themselves. What do I want to see more in the world, and how can I contribute to that? There are daily habits, there are actions that we can practice, like gratitude. We've talked about gratitude many, many times, and Dr. Joe talks about gratitude all the time. And being in a moment-to-moment prayerful state can help us conserve our energy and can help us become mindful consumers or supporting local communities, local community initiatives. And we can check in with ourselves regularly. That's a good point. Every moment we pause to check in with myself. Am I operating from pure love, or am I angry about the stupidity, but I have to drop these judgments. Am I living according to the change I want to see? That's a question I can ask. Am I able to concentrate on my own inner growth at all times? And there are going to be resistances and there are going to be setbacks. Being the change is not always easy. We can talk about these common challenges, such as facing criticism or feeling discouraged by the magnitude of global issues. And we can, another thing, you can practice looking at the whole planet from afar. And you have to question, why are we all so divided? We are humans, every one of us. And it's time to recognize that. So we have to stay committed to being the change, staying committed to being the change. We can strengthen our own inner resilience. We surround ourselves with supportive people, and the more support we give and the more support we are surrounded with, instead of the negativity, surrounding yourself with negativity is very difficult. A lot of people have opted not to go home on Thanksgiving to celebrate with their family because of this political divide. There is a larger vision of a positive impact on the world. And, maybe Thanksgiving is too much this year. I thankfully have a family that voted for Kamala, so we're all going to get together. The connection between individual and collective change, we have that individual actions add up to create collective change. Every person's efforts count, and when more people commit to positive change, it can shift societal norms and inspire larger scale transformation. Encourage viewers to inspire others, and we need to realize that we are all in this together, and we must concentrate on the good instead of the evil. Take a look at one of my videos, which will be showing up, and I will see you soon.